Well, we have a mutual friend that I didn't know was a mutual friend. My friend is a tour bus driver, and he had drove for us on the first tour that I did with Cat Williams, and so we remained friends. And then he just called me one night, and he said we were just sitting here on the tour bus watching you. I said, we who? And he said, my client. And I said, well, who's your client? And then Rihanna popped on the screen, on just like this, on FaceTime with him. And so we were talking. She's a comedy fan, apparently, and fan of mine. And I told her that my daughter was a fan of her lingerie. I said, I wish you made it in larger sizes, for the big girls want to wear lingerie too. And she said, I do. And I said, oh my God, I want to be a model. She said, let's make it happen. And we kikied and got off the phone. I thought that was it. I didn't think that was really going to happen. And so then a couple of days later, she personally hit me in my DM and asked me for my email. I sent her my email, and they sent me how to do it. And we're going to, pick out this catalog and the stuff you want to model. We'll send it to you and get the pictures and da-da-da. So I did that for maybe a year and a half, and was able to be in the Savage X Fenty fashion show during COVID that we did here in LA at the convention center. Now, how did it make me feel? Well, I felt a couple of different ways. First of all, I have 4 brothers, and I wasn't excited about being on Instagram in my lingerie. My brothers follow me, okay? Nobody knows them. Nobody knows my brothers, but they're there.
Right.
And then also, I have a daughter who,
yes, you do.
And she got friends and college friends, and, I had to think about it, but I wasn't doing it for OnlyFans. This is Rihanna, one of the most respected and most talented artists in the world, and I felt like that legitimized it. And then also, it's all about angles, If if the embellishment for the garment is on the ass, literally I have to show the ass. That don't make no sense to show the front when the embellishment is on the ass. If it's, a bra, I got on a Fenty bra right now, and it's beautiful, and it's lavender. But I felt like I was doing something good for women my age and women my size. I felt like they were proud of me and felt like they could, do that if they wanted to, too, personal photo shoot or whatever like that. So it all worked out very well financially and, spiritually. And I did it for as long as we did it. And it's a great thing to have. And the photos are awesome. And the lingerie is awesome. And that's how it happened.
And this is not your first time pioneering for women your age and your size, because I opened up Playboy. As a matter of fact, I went and got
Penthouse.
Because you did it.
Penthouse,
yes. Okay, Penthouse. Well, I went and got that Penthouse magazine because you were in it. Were you nervous? Because that was a little more risque.
Well, not really. Not really. I wasn't nervous because, first of all, everybody there was gay, so it wasn't like I had to worry about the fellas looking at me or feeling any type of way. They were very professional, and they were, great stylists and all that stuff, creative team. And as you saw, I didn't bust it open for Penthouse, I thought it was very classy, and once again, I had a daughter in college at that time. So, I kept it sassy and kept it classy, and I don't have a thing that I'm ashamed of about doing either of those things.
It was empowering. It was very much so. Now, you have a movie that is about to come out on BET. Talk to me about Block Party.
Okay, Block Party, I'm letting some people see you. Block Party is a movie that, you hear my hood ice cream truck? You hear it?
I ain't mad.
You ain't heard one of them since you left the hood, have you? But exactly. We still got one. Block Party comes out June the 8th on BET Plus and in the movie theaters, about 500 screens. The star of the movie is the great Margaret Avery, who played Suge Avery in the original Color Purple. She's older, she's sexy, she's sassy, she's funny, And you get to see all that. Once again, a female empowerment move, making her the star. And there's other people in it, too, that are probably a little less known, which is always good, too, because you want to give exposure to some of the newer faces, just like a lot of these streaming movies and stuff are doing. So it's about a lady who has ran a block party every year for Juneteenth. And by the way, this is the first movie about Juneteenth that's been made since Juneteenth became a legal holiday. So she runs a block party every year, but now she's getting older. She got a little dementia setting in, comedically. And they're like, well, who's going to run the block party? And her niece comes home from college. She's very bougie. And she decides she was going to go off somewhere else or go study somewhere else. And she decides to stay and handle the block party for her grandma. And then all kind of chaos ensues. But it's very touching film and very funny film. And I'm amazing. I wear 5 different wigs in this movie. The hair team and the makeup team were great. Margaret Avery looks like a whole snack. And
her rack is like, it's giving 25-year-old.
Okay.
Her rack, I was like, okay.
And she got a boyfriend because I was nosy and I asked. Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at it one bit. I
Right.
want to talk about one more thing that you're doing, because I always was like, you need your own show. You are so entertaining, and you're doing your own YouTube show from what I read. Is that correct?
Well, I'm not doing it any longer because when I went on tour with Cat Williams for the second time, which is 15 years later, which who does that? That was miraculous. I didn't have time to do it any longer. But the show is called Hey Luenell. It's on YouTube. It started way before George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery were murdered, so you get to see the transition from just being goofy to being very serious and very hurt. And then remembering why people were tuning in, they could watch that on the news. They really need something to lift them and take them away. So then I got funny again. So it's a whole transition. If people like to binge watch stuff, you can binge watch my show. And there's 62 episodes on YouTube, and we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. We do all kind of stuff on the show. It's very cool. And it's the fact that I need my own show. Well, everybody knows that. But the white folks are in charge, and they have to know certain things. You can't just have a show. What's your objective? What are you trying to say? And da. So we've shopped my show ideas before. We have other shows that we are shopping as well, and we're hoping to just bypass them and shoot a pilot before the end of the year as well. So we'll have something to just say, here, just look at that. So we're going to shoot that soon. And, hopefully, now I had a horoscope just the other day that said I'm going to get what I want, but maybe not the way I thought I was going to get it. So maybe I won't end up with my own talk show yet. But I am on a very popular show on HBO Max called Hacks. And they love us so much there. I'm playing the best friend of Marla Gibbs' daughter, Angela Gibbs. I play a character named Loretta, her best friend. And I did one scene in one episode last season. But this is season 2. It got nominated for 15 Emmys. It won 9.
Wow.
That don't happen in the first season normally. And so now in the second season, I was back for 4 episodes. And we've done the podcast. Me and Angela have been cast together in other movies, Think Like a Man 1 and 2. And we did Black Jesus together. And so we have a certain chemistry because we're really friends. And they didn't even know that when they cast us. They didn't know we even knew each other. So our friendship comes across on the screen. And they like that. So we'll probably, maybe it'll be through that show. Maybe our spinoff. Who knows?
Maybe. So I want to talk to you about transitions, because you were talking about your YouTube show and how we get to see the transition from goofy times to more serious times. This is a different day and age for comedy, period. We are living in more sensitive and politically correct times. And with you being the bad girl of comedy, have you felt like you needed to change your stand-up to not be quote-unquote canceled?
Well, first of all, There's been attempts to cancel me like 2 or 3 times already. And I have a really loyal fan base and a lot of family and a lot of friends and a lot of business contacts. So I would really literally have to, shoot a dog to be all the way canceled because I got a lot of friends. And the stuff they were trying to cancel me for 3 days later with nobody even thinking about it.
Right.
Do I feel like I need to change my comedy? Well, you know what? I thought about trying to say some things a little softer. Uh, and then I got on stage and I do it the way I do it anyway. It just brrrr. So no matter what I feel, my muscle memory and my reflexes always take me back to saying what I want to say the way I want to say it. Now the door swings out the same way the door swings in. And anybody who don't like what I'm saying, they can even get their money back and go the fuck home. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to sit there so I'm not worried about what I say on stage because what I say on stage is relevant to everybody, whether you're black or whether you're white or straight or gay. You talk about kids, you talk about weight, talk about food, talk about sex. And so I don't really say anything that offensive. I am speaking from a female aspect, and I am speaking from a black female aspect. So maybe some white folks that come to my show will leave knowing a little bit more about how we really feel about shit, because I don't bite my tongue or anything. I tried, but it didn't work.
Well, I have seen you do your stand-up comedy more than once, and I have told you, and I tell it to anybody who will listen, you are one of my favorites, male or female, hands down. Your stand-up is brilliant. Okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. When Wendy Williams was trying to do stand-up, you actually trained her, correct?
I attempted to.
Okay. I'm going to leave that alone. How did you feel when you found out that she was going through her personal problems that she's dealing with very publicly right now?
Well, I feel terrible because who wants to do that publicly?
Yeah.
Who wants to be called a drunk? I've been there. I've done all that. I did all that before I left Oakland. When I got here, it was business. But I was that drunk. I was that bitch in Oakland. I was talked about. I was messing up. That was then. This is now. Now, to be so high, star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Broadcasters Hall of Fame, #1 national television show for years and years and years, that's a lot of pressure. And going through what she was personally with her husband and her child, Her mother just passed away. I don't think she's probably dealt with that. Her dad is still around. He's old. She's got a lot on her plate. And I don't want nobody, no woman especially, to be having to go through any kind of public humiliation. Now, she has a style, that everybody don't agree with as well. And she's, done some things, and, a lot of people are down with the karma thing. I don't say that. But, I don't want anybody to be going through anything like that publicly. But whether you're right or whether you're wrong. That's the bad part about the internet, is that, your failures are broadcast as much as your achievements are. Yeah.
Would you ever take a crack or attempt to train someone else that is not necessarily originally a comedian? Would you help a rapper or an actress or a talk show host try to become a comedian again?
Absolutely not. No.
Why?
Because, first of all, comedy is a very internal thing. It's just like you can teach somebody to sing, but you can't teach nobody how to sing. That's in them. So people can go take comedy classes and they can get on stage and they can do comedy. But to be great, which is what I deal with, I work with great people. I've been told I'm great. To be great,
you are.
You've got to have something in you that is not teachable. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a fire inside. You have to have something to say. And you have to be able to be relatable to all nationalities of people. You know, I got people from Amsterdam to Saudi sending me packages, following me on Instagram. Just because I'm black, I'm not just talking to black people. And when I'm talking to black people, I want the white people to be listening. You know what I'm saying? I've been black all my life. I know about it. So I just think that also people don't motherfucking do what you tell them to do. They don't listen. You know, I tell everybody, go out and watch comedy for a fucking year. Go to every comedy club you can see and don't go on stage. And see what works in this room, see what don't work in this room. See what kind of crowd comes on this night, see what kind of crowd comes on that night. That's getting your ammunition. You tell somebody to do that now, I ain't got to do that because I got 3,865 people on Instagram. So they don't want to listen to me. Not that you do it the same way now that you did it then, but there's still some things about stand-up that ain't never going to change. And that's the fact that you got to be live in front of people. Period. You can't edit, you can't Photoshop, you can't rewind, you can't do none of that. And you will never get paid unless you are consistently funny. You can't be funny 2 times and the last 3 times I saw you suck. You ain't gonna get no money like that. Don't nobody want to pay you like that. You have to be consistently funny. Every time, every day, in front of every audience, all the time, sick or well, or anything like that. You know?
You better talk yourself. I'm not even mad at you. Now, you spoke about being able to relate to more than just the black audience. And you have definitely crossed over. You've worked with some heavy hitters from Nick Cannon to Sacha Baron Cohen, Lady Gaga, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Of all of your work experiences, of course you love them all, well, mostly, you know, but who would you say is your favorite? Or what was your favorite experience of all of the big gigs that you've done?
Well, comedically, it's had to be Cat Williams, you know, because we knew each other when we were in Oakland. We were broke. We had kids the same age. We was trying to get it, living here and there. Do you know anybody got a room, this, that? We go back that far. And when he blew, he reached back and got me, you know. And I'll never forget that. The first person to put me on stage in an arena, Cat Williams. First person ever put me on a private plane, Cat Williams. First person ever give me diamonds, Cat Williams. So, you know, he's done a lot for me. And even though Dave Chappelle is, you know, no slouch, and he fucks with me too, I have to give it to Cat because he was there first. But, you know, I mean, yeah, comedically like that. And, you know, Roseanne Barr when she was in her right mind. And, you know, Adam Sandler, he was a stand-up before he ever started doing movies and anything like that. So, you know, I've a lot of cool people fool with me, and I'm appreciative.
I think people mess with you because of your authenticity. Regardless to whether you're saying something they like, what they want to hear, what they don't want to hear, you are you. And I think that not just in Hollywood, but in entertainment, period, you get so much freeness that when you have somebody that's authentic, you want to keep that close to you.
That must be it because God bless my lunatics. You know, I didn't come into this knowing how to do social media, didn't know how to do a live. We learned all that shit like sitting right here, literally. This is where I did my show. Sitting right here is where I learned how to do all that. I ain't buy no followers. I ain't bribe nobody to get no followers. You know, I think that the people who've been knowing me for a long time, since I was doing movies and TV in Oakland, they know that I ain't changed. I might dress a little better. I might be a little blingier. I might smell a little better. I might eat a little better. But, you know, I'm still fucking with the same raggedy niggas. Never mind. But, no. But, I just don't like, I can't be phony. That's why I don't even play poker. Because I don't have what they call a poker face. Like a poker face. No, because if you're on my nerves, I don't even have to say nothing. My body movement, my facial expression is going to tell you all of that. And
I know because you wasn't feeling me when you first started this interview. And I was like, this my girl. Why she giving me
because
that?
In the emails it said April Watts Live, and only later did we find out it was 1500 radio. That wasn't in the correspondence. That's why I was like, this shit here. But it's all good now.
Sorry, because
But
I don't want to be on your back.
no, you're not. You're back off of it because you ask good questions. And how can I fucking stay mad at that face? Like, you're melanin, beautiful woman, great skin, team short hair, we don't care.
Thank you, we don't.
Mm-mm. So it's over it. I'm over it.
Okay, good. You told me you only had a half an hour, so I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm just going to ask you 3 questions as part of my game.
Okay.
WWLD, what would Luenell do? And then I'm going to let you go.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Cherise.
Yeah.
Take a peek out there and see is there a car out there for me.
Okay.
And if it is, tell them we'll be out in a few minutes. And also, Amazon's supposed to be bringing me another one of 1,000,000 packages that they bring to me every day.
No one's down here.
Okay, fine. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, quickly. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions of 3 pop culture scenarios without saying anybody's name, and you tell me what would you do in that situation. Question number 1. You're an executive for a multinational retail corporation. You're in the room when somebody has the grand idea of rolling out a Juneteenth-themed ice cream flavor of your generic brand ice cream to celebrate the holiday. WWLD, what would Luenell do in this situation?
I'd probably cut somebody out and lose my job. I'd be like, don't do me no fucking favors with some bullshit ice cream. Where's my motherfucking people's reparations? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't even want to. I can't even. No, that's not it. Yeah, so yeah, I'd probably cut somebody out and lose my job.
I like that answer. Question number 2. You're the former heavyweight boxing champ of the world, known for having a short fuse. You were kind to an airline passenger when he asked to take a photo with you on a plane. After being courteous, you were kind of done, right? You drew the line with the overzealous passenger who kept talking to you and had his friend recording you on his cell phone. After asking him to chill, he threw a water bottle at you. WWLD, what would Luenell do in this situation?
I would do exactly what Mike Tyson did, and I'd turn around and give that bitch a 2-piece. Because overzealous fans do that sometimes. You got your... First of all, there's different types. You got the fan that wants a picture so bad, they take the picture, walk away, they don't say thank you. They don't want to meet you anymore. They just want to take a picture with you so they can show other people that they met you. But they don't really want to meet you. They don't want to talk to you. They just want the fucking picture, and then they're gone. There's that kind. Then there's the overzealous kind that's all hood and loud, with no matter what nationality, and they just making a whole big fucking scene and drawing a bunch of attention. We don't like that type either. And if somebody got physical, once again, get my bail money ready because I'm gonna get that ass. Don't throw no water bottle at me. You're mad. You're mental if you do that to me. I mean, for real talk. A girlfriend just gave me a pen that ain't a pen yesterday. Feel me?
I ain't mad. You got to protect yourself out here. People are crazy. All right, and the final question. You're an underrated comedian / actress / host who filled in for a legendary TV talk show host who took a hiatus due to personal struggles. The ratings increased when you filled in. And by no fault of your own, you were offered your own show. The troubled talk show host said she won't be watching your show. Then she said she'd love to sit down with you face to face. WWLD, what would Luenell do in this situation? Would you sit down with this talk show host?
No. Because the talk show host, allegedly, have been talking so much trash about that person before. That's just like when said talk show host said something about the Clark sisters. And then they got drugged. And then they went back and apologized and invited the Clark sisters on the show. And the Clark sisters politely declined. So no, we don't have nothing to talk about. You'd already been trashing me. You already had said that I'm not attractive enough to be on TV. You already said blah blah blah, and now you want to sit down and talk. Now that's my girl, Wendy. Sometime, but I would politely decline, which she did. Oh, we're not supposed to name names like we don't know who it is. Okay.
All right, listen, I know you a busy woman. You got a lot to do. We love you. We appreciate you. We are behind you in everything. And I got my boo cakes, but I want you to know I'm a lunatic.
I love that. I just came out with this candle for lunatics. It's on my page, like with my last post or something like that, as a like a little present, since I am at 1 million. And thank you for the interview. Thank you for asking real questions, because, real niggas do real things. And I done 1 million.
We so do.
I done 1 million interviews. So tell me about yourself. I'm like, bitch, click, I'm out. What the fuck? You supposed to be interviewing me. I don't have to submit to. Where's the material that my very competent publicist sent you? Where's your shit? What?
Okay.
Not click out.
You already know I'm going to always have you. Love you so much. And I'll be there at the Comedy Factory the next time you're in Baltimore.
And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's at Luenell, at Luenell. The YouTube show is called Hey Luenell, HeyLuenell on YouTube. You can go to my website, heylunell.com, and check out a bunch of stuff that's on there and support Black broadcasters and Black women and protect Black women at all costs forever, period, dot.
Yes. Love you. Bye, Luenell.
Bye, April. Oh, fuck.
Bye, Luenell.
Okay. I'm done anyway. Okay, so now we just have to look for the corn. And I'm changing my purse. That's what I'm doing over there. Okay, so I'll take this here. I know, I liked April. We had a little mix up, but that got fixed. And I hope y'all on my Instagram enjoyed that as well. You know, thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, I'm going to save this, I guess, and I will refer it over to April Nell's page because I thought she did a good job. And me too. Okay. Hey, Sharice, let Dolce. The car is here too. Okay. Oh, she went outside out front. Fried thing, that's what I need. Okay, I'll be right there. What is that? Oh, those are my lights. No, just put them there in the kitchen on the floor. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm distracted. I forgot y'all was here. I couldn't. Huh? All right. Well, I'm out to do this other interview, and then later I'm going to go be interviewed by Bill Bellamy. So a big day for Luenell. Big media day for Luenell. Thank you guys for tuning in to me and April Watts Live. I'm going to save this, and you can check it out when you want to. Okay, bye.